like a brand new doomsday. Yeah!
Alright, we are just about set up and going to be getting into this Losers Grand Finals match here between Flameztear and Fudge, more well known perhaps as Rudge. And this is going to be a huge one. This is a match for third place. The winner of this will be moving on to face against Jackpacks in the Grand Finals. Picks and bans were pretty quick. It's going to be Nomad 1 Hard Rock 4 out of Flameztear, getting rid of the aim and tech. Makes sense against Rudge. And then out of Rudge is going to be Nomad 6, Nomad 7 bans, getting rid of those low AR maps. Also not too surprising. And Flameztear, seeing that, is going to be picking DT3 first, so this is a really dense map. It's really hard. It's like the hardest map in this entire pool, to be honest. I can't believe he's starting on this. But we're gonna get right into the meat of the match. Yeah, so this is Altitude Remix. This was a custom free mod 2 in some low SR tournament, but we're having it in DT, and it's basically just... yeah, 200 BPM, density, control. It's basically Burning Star. Base AR is 7.5, so this is like mid 9.5, around there somewhere. And as soon as we get out of this intro section, it is just going to get crazy. Here we go. A lot of these misleading snaps. Both players doing pretty well so far. Okay, so they both combo the first section, but now we're getting into even harder doubles. These snaps are crazy. Both players are hitting them. Rudge is finally going to drop that FC first. Struggling a little bit. Flameztear finally follows that up. So managed to build up a decent combo lead here, as well as the act lead. Flameztear doing pretty well on that front so far. We're going to get into the last slow section of the map. Bit of an advantage for Rudge at the moment, but about 100 combo, but still lacking that accuracy, putting him about 70k behind. It is going to drop that recovery combo. It's going to be Flameztear back in the driver's seat. Finally drops on one of those cuts, or snaps. Getting into the ending here. Rudge does have this recovery, but really needs to hold on this hardest section of the map. Flameztear drops again, but Rudge is going to trade that back. And with almost the map near the end of the map, it's going to be Flameztear taking his first pick. Yeah, that map is insane. One of the lowest star ratings in the pool, but just ridiculously difficult. You can see that represented in the accuracy and the scores as well. 400k and 322k. Pretty solid, if I'm being honest. I don't think I ever got an A rank on this. So well done from Flameztear. Yeah, I'm kind of agreeing. 400k is really hard to beat on that. Whoops, gonna fix that. But yeah, I definitely agree with Rudge there. Very strong score to start out this match from Flameztear. See if he can keep that up as we get into our first pick from Rudge. Is going to be No 1-4. So seeing that Hard Rock 4 ban, going to be opt for the other tech map in the pool. Of course, this is Chronokinesia. Pretty well-known late-stage No 1-4 tech map. A lot of snap aim control, and slider aim as well. Pretty commonly seen at this level of difficulty. Rudge is very strong on this kind of map, having seen some of his previous round scores on maps like this. Well, we haven't really had a map quite like this one, but still expecting this to be in the favor of Rudge. Flameztear, however, should not be a stranger to this map. And whoever can combo this beginning section, once we get into it, is going to have a large advantage, because this map is kind of 300k, or you get a, like, over 500k. Like, I think most people, even if this is not your strong suit, should be capable of getting somewhere between 250 and 300, but getting higher than that really requires you to be strong on this kind of map. So that one's done here. Starting to build up now into this first PI. And right away, there's going to be a break from Rudge on that first slider burst. The Flameztear's going to trade that out shortly afterwards. Both players holding similar accuracy so far, able to hit the majority of these slider ends. Very impressive. Nobody gets caught by any of these reverse sliders either. And Rudge really recovering quite well here. Has a slight lead in accuracy as well. Flameztear also on that recovery. Gonna get into a more flow section here with some cut streams. Be well within these players' skill to hit them, but Rudge is actually going to break. A little bit of a commentator's curse there. And if Flameztear holds on for just a little bit longer, he's going to start running away with this one. Back into the slider section. That lead has now finally started increasing in Flameztear's favor, especially with another break from Rudge. Going to be about 50k and growing as Flameztear continues to shred through this section. Now Flameztear's the one with that accuracy lead, about 0.5. Rudge trying to recover. Needs that break from Flameztear, and he does get it. Oh, but misaims on that stack. Was not completely on top of it. Going to be a trade from both players. Flameztear now comfortably in a lead of about 80k. Getting into the last quarter of the map. This map is just relentless. And Rudge really needs Flameztear to break very soon if he wants to have a chance of coming back into this one. But it's actually going to be another trade. And that's going to be a break point from Flameztear, starting out very strong, in fact. Not much Rudge can do at this point with only a few seconds of the map left to go. Pretty difficult map to be consistent on, but a 2-miss 900 combo 400k from Flameztear is going to be enough to take that one. Rudge perhaps hoping to have gotten a better score there. I'm sure that was not one of his top scores on that. So Flameztear on this 2-0 lead is going to pick Hard Rock 5. This is our overlap reading pick in the Hard Rock mod. Originally mapped for Corsace, 2024, I believe. This is a snap alt, 130 BPM, but got a lot of those perfect stacks. Going to be easier to read on Hard Rock, of course. Right away, we do see an early break out of Flameztear. A couple early breaks, in fact. I have heard that Rudge loves this map, so probably pretty happy about Flameztear picking this one. Flameztear with another break, struggling a little bit as we get started here. It's going to allow Rudge to pick up a pretty significant lead early on into the map. None of those overlap are going to trip up either player. We're going to get into the Ki and into these back and forth jumps. Going to trip up Flameztear right away. A slider break on the first set of jumps. Rudge finally does drop that FC, but not before building up this 30k combo lead, score lead. Another break out of Flameztear on that pattern. It's going to get traded out by Rudge, but 30k is pretty significant on this map. It's pretty hard to hold combo. Oh, Rudge almost went the wrong way there, but managed to save that. That was really nice. But an overaim from Flameztear is going to drop that recovery combo. So this pick not going as expected for Flameztear. Another slider break there. Spacing on this map is pretty tough as well. Rudge finally drops that recovery combo as we get into the second Ki. Still, this lead has not really moved much. All that combo lead only got Rudge another 5k. Getting into these next back and forth jumps. Both players managed to hit them. Flameztear about 100 combo in the lead. And we get to the break, and actually Flameztear's closed that gap quite a bit. It's less than 10k now. Very impressive accuracy, actually, from Flameztear on this map. 97 so far. That's contributing a lot, but that's not going to contribute to it. That is going to swing it back over to Rudge's side. That was a crucial drop from Flameztear. And unless we see a giant meltdown from Rudge in the last hard section of the map, it's going to be a breakpoint. Oh my god, he is shaky so much. Oh my god, how is he hitting this? Okay, finally does drop though. What a... What a clutch performance on that ending for Rudge. Gonna take this by about 40k. Last couple patterns here. I can't believe he can play like that. That's actually crazy. Oh man. I mean, that map, you're just tense the entire time from all that control. And probably just the overall difficulty of the map, as well as this being at Grand Finals, you know, got the nerves going. Especially after losing those first 2 points, Rudge really did not want to go down another point. Going to have the opportunity to tie this up on his own pick now. And with that pick, actually, the kind of more obvious picks, drawing from the bands, the information from the bands, but the more obvious picks are out of the way. You know, there is still some aim left for Rudge to pick. There is, of course, still some gimmicky maps for Flameztear to pick, but kind of just get the first few picks out of the way there. And Fudge, of course, is going to go into one of those aforementioned aim picks in DT5. This is going to be Moonlight Speed. This is over 8 stars with double time applied. But that's not going to stop either of these players. Both of them, of course, very strong on this high SR. I actually forget if this is AR 10.5. Let me just double check really fast. Yeah, okay, so this is AR 10.5. Relatively simple in terms of the aim, the patterning. But the higher AR may trip these players up. I mean, I don't really think so. Both these players not any stranger to AR 10.5. Nor are they going to be worried about the triples in this map. Most likely going to come down to who's able to FC more of the map. And it's actually going to be Flameztear dropping right as we get into the first chorus. These slider jumps are deadly. Catches out Flameztear again. And there's the FC drop from Rudge, but still in the lead. Of course, with that hidden multiplier removed from Rudge's score, this is more like a 30k score difference, maybe even lower than that. We get into the next chorus here, halfway through the map. Both players recovering nicely here. Neither player getting tripped up by those last few jumps. Gonna get into the slow section. Still in the lead for Rudge, but Flameztear has the combo and the accuracy lead. So, provided he's able to hold through this last section, it could be going back over to Flameztear. Both players hit that bridge, which is actually kind of crazy. And Rudge hits the entire solo. Flameztear finally drops. Honestly, that bridge is like a demonic pattern. It's actually crazy. But this is going to go over to Rudge. He's going to tying this one up. Does finally drop, but I mean, over 600k now. Really no time for Flameztear to recover at the end of the map here. And it's going to be tied up 2-2. Rudge able to consolidate that breakpoint. A very impressive one miss out of Rudge. Couple slider breaks in there, I believe. A very strong 648k. Most likely going to be one of the higher scoring maps of this pool. Flameztear on 500k as well. And as I mentioned, we are going to see another more gimmicky pick out of Flameztear here. It's going to be Hard Rock 3. Another Corsace custom map from 2022. So yeah, this is a really weird map. There's a lot of polyrhythms. Very accuracy-based map, of course, as this slot has been in past weeks. Honestly, I didn't really want to pool this, but there's like there weren't really that many good options for an accuracy test map at this SR that I wanted to use, so this was just like kind of the least bad option, I guess. Oh, actually, I don't even know if I would say that. But anyway, getting into the map here, Flameztear did have an early drop, but does have much higher accuracy, which may be a bigger factor in a map like this. Rudge also on the optional hidden, once again. A bit of a risky choice, I would say, on a map like this, but it seems to be serving him well, as he has not dropped combo quite yet. Finally does, but Flameztear traded that one earlier as well, so... Ben is also dropping in accuracy every single pattern. I mean, this map is just brutal with the rhythms in it. Like, you hear subdivisions of pretty much every kind in this song. So now they're within 0.5 in accuracy, and now the combo advantage is really helping out Fudge. So it seems like this hidden gambit is paying off so far. We'll get into this breakdown. It just keeps getting faster and faster. Both players slider breaking right at the end before this butterfly slider. Very unfortunate trade for Flameztear, but Rudge should be pretty happy about that one. About 1% accuracy lead for Flameztear. Might be able to capitalize that as we get into the end of, or the second half of the map. And is only behind by about 15k at the moment, taking into account that hidden multiplier. But the rhythms, the tapping is going to get just more and more intense as we get deeper into this one. There's the break from Flameztear. Rudge trades it out though, but Flameztear I think dropped more accuracy. No, they're still within the same margin of accuracy that they have been this whole map. So it's going to be the advantage staying in Rudge's favor. Does drop a lot of 100s there, but I mean both players really are. This map is just absolutely just mean. And winding down here into the end of the map is going to be a break point for Rudge. I will run that score through the calculator just to double check if, I mean, if Rudge drops a little bit too... Actually, wait, he did drop at the end. Wait, hang on. We're gonna have to run this through. Yep, so with the hidden removed, that's going to be a 300k from... Wait, this is weird. I'm seeing two different scores. Okay. Okay, so I don't know why it shows 299k here and 300k there for Flameztear, but in any case, Rudge's score was 302k after hidden was removed, so that's going to be Rudge's breakpoint. Kind of a crazy ending there. I didn't even realize Flameztear was so close to coming back there with that 300 combo right at the end. But that map is just super chaotic. You can just hear it in the song as well as seeing the map itself. And that's going to be 3 points in a row for Rudge, starting out 2-0, now up 3-2. I should say starting out 0-2, now up 3-2. And going to be going back to Rudge's pick. Has the opportunity to consolidate this breakpoint as well and take a more firm lead into the end of this match. Hard Rock 1 is possible here for Rudge. Of course, that's one of the last aim-heavy maps. couple others though, but I think that one would probably suit him best. I'm not sure. It's pretty hard to tell with two players of this caliber on this high difficulty. But I'm mistaken. It's gonna be Precision next from Rudge. It's gonna be No Mod 5. So this is Blue Amber. This is a CS edit of a very wonderful map by Mate. This is, I believe, CS 7.2. Yeah, CS 7.2. So gonna be some very small circles here. Not the smallest that we've seen in this tournament, but the smallest in this pool, no doubt. This map has a fair amount of, I mean, you could call it flow aim, especially on this circle size. Like there aren't too many large jumps in this one. That's mostly reserved for the DT precision pick. It's gonna be more of just a control heavy. Oh my god, Raj almost missed on the last pixel of that, but say Flameztear with the first real miss. Another miss out of Flameztear, giving up this early advantage over to Rudge. Who's actually crushing this map so far, 99.6 accuracy. The map is not rhythmically difficult at all, but you know, it's hard rock. The CS especially. It can just be difficult to make sure that you're tapping accurately when you're also trying to aim this circle size. This is a bit of an awkward aim map here. Rudge is going to finally drop that full combo, but fortunately Flameztear is going to trade that back. And there's a 1/3 pattern right here. Nobody gets caught by this, hopefully. No. Again, to the first break, it's about 25k in Rudge's favor. About even combos. Well, slightly in the lead for Rudge. But I think on a map like this, there is definitely some opportunity for a pop-off, especially if the other player starts missing. But it's going to be Flameztear, the first one to drop that recovery combo. Rudge does trade that back, but another slider break out of Flameztear is going to even things out as we get into the second half of the map. Flameztear struggling a little bit to hold on to any sort of combo. Now drop down to 50k is this difference. And about a 1% accuracy as well. So with putting Rudge firmly in the driver's seat of this map. Both players drop right before this last slow section on those jumps. Some of those snaps are just really difficult. That's 50k, only a quarter map remaining. Going to take a heroic effort out of Flameztear to take this one back and prevent Rudge from going up 2 points here. Oh, Rudge barely hits that. Okay. Flameztear really needed that drop, actually. Another player gets slow slidered. But there it is. A miss from Rudge. Flameztear has the opportunity of a lifetime to bring this one back. Another miss out of Rudge. Flameztear just has to keep holding. He has no option here. He wants to tie this one up. Another miss out of Rudge. It's dropping less than 20k now, but Flameztear finally misses right before. And that's going to be another point for Rudge. Going to cross over that 400k score line. Very impressive score. And Flameztear really was so close to taking that one back, but slipped away at the last moment. So I think neither player is going to be too eager to pick another precision map, Hard Rock 2 or DT4. Most likely going to not see an aim pick out of Flameztear either. So I'm thinking we're going to see either Nomad 2 or DT2. I mean, DT2 is really risky. That is Astro Sexy, of course. So difficult to get any good score on that map. It is going to be Nomad 2. Okay. Alright, so we got our flow aim here in Identete. Of course, very well known map, especially after Forum 1xFC this. Commonly seen more as a Nomad 3, but for the... Oops, I forgot to start. Sorry. Commonly seen more as a Nomad 3 due to the BPM, but works just fine for this tournament's Nomad 2. It's got plenty of that difficult flow, nearly 8 stars as well. And honestly, some RNG cuts as in this map. The spacing is just so huge. Maybe an early break out of Flameztear. Yeah, those cut triangles are just impossible to be consistent on. So Rudge going to be taking this early lead here as we get into the easier section of this map. Definitely does not bode well for Flameztear, unfortunately. Dropping that early combo and your opponent holding on is going to lead to them picking up a bunch of free combo here. But does have the recovery on deck in case Rudge misses as we get into the first Ki. Flameztear is there ready to take advantage. And here we go. Big stream there. Big zigzag. Big squares. But both players hit all of that. Oh, and both players hit that. Oh my god. Oh man, this is going to be a tough one to call. Rudge does have a pretty large accuracy advantage, thanks to Flameztear chain missing near that beginning, and still has about 100 combo in the lead, but Flameztear's combo recovery is so big that if Rudge misses once and Flameztear holds, this is going to flip super hard. This 50k score lead may as well not exist. And that's just going to become more and more true the deeper we get into this one. Alright, here we go. This is a crucial point of the match right here in this Ki coming up. Oh, and it's going to be Flameztear, the first one to drop. Rudge is just too strong, man. Oh my god, still holding 99.6. On this FC, just an impeccable performance from Rudge on this map so far. We're going to get into the last third of the map. And there is no chance for recovery on Flameztear's end, unfortunately. Neither player misses on that space pattern. And here we go. Now it's just full swag points for Rudge. See how long this FC can go. Still needs to hit a couple of those difficult cuts to take this one home. Is there any way? Squares? No, a slider break! No! There's no way, man. Oh, that is so unfortunate. There's still a cut stream here, and actually hits a big chain miss in the ending. Misses on those cuts as well. Flameztear actually recovered super well. Hit the entire end of the map. But what a performance out of Rudge on that map. Nearly 800k. Flameztear did put up a very strong fight on that map. Over 1k combo right after that early drop at the beginning, and then stringing together 800 combo at the end, but 1000 combo plus 800 combo does not beat 1700 combo, unfortunately. It's going to be DT1 next out of Rudge. This is also one of the hardest maps in the pool. This is going to be Kimi no Kyoku. Not the one that you may be thinking of, though. This is the original map, so not the speed up remix. So less of a speed map, more of an awkward aim DT4 kind of map. Some very very heavy snap aim, very crazy patterns. Just so difficult to hold combo on this. Alright, so once again, Fudge taking that optional hidden on DT, not too surprising on high AR. So kind of pairing with this DT5 that we saw earlier, that was more of just a standard aim map. This is going to be a little bit more awkward with snaps. That we'll see once we get into PI. For now, both players holding on pretty strong in this intro. Once again, Rudge on that accuracy lead, just impeccable on the apping, but is not impeccable on the aim. Going to be missing right as we get into this first Ki. Flameztear holding on strong on these really awkward patterns. Oh my god, okay, finally misses, drops that FC, but should be about in the lead right now without that hidden multiplier. Actually, maybe not. His accuracy down at 96 is just not holding a candle to that 99.2 of Rudge at the moment. And Rudge with a stronger recovery combo takes that lead right back. Honestly, may have been a bit of a tactical miss from Rudge, because he's just looking so strong on this map. It's not... I don't know. Didn't really expect anyone to be able to shred this, but both these players looking really strong on this. Still holding 99 is Rudge. About 50k in the lead. And again, to this next Ki. Flameztear's gonna miss that build-up pattern. Rudge is going to trade that right back with a slider break. Flameztear, another break. But yeah, the spacing on these patterns is just so difficult to keep up. It's gonna be a slider break out of Rudge. But again, traded back from Flameztear. Rudge just seems to have a slight edge on these maps, having this higher accuracy, holding slightly longer combos. It's just really difficult for Flameztear to find its footing. But this is a pretty long map, but we still have another third of the map left to go. I think it's like 6 minutes before GT, so about 4 minutes with GT applied. But that score lead is nearly 100k. But Rudge missed on the slow section. Okay, so Flameztear does have an opportunity, but he just really he has to hold this. He has to hold this. Keep going. Oh, over-aimed that slider. It was traded out by Rudge on that same pattern, but that's not going to matter anymore. It's going to be Rudge taking this to game point. Excuse me. And might even cross over 500k. I mean, without hidden, probably not. But really impressive to see that kind of accuracy, that kind of combo on Rudge on a map like this. Flameztear going to be crossing over 400k as well. A strong effort from him. Long spinner. Spin, spin, spin. Alright, there we go. Locking in those scores now. Less than 100k win for Rudge after that hidden multiplier is removed, but definitely in his favor. Really strong score, 98%, only 4 misses. Yeah, Rudge on like the higher the star rating of the pool, the more Rudge is going to excel. Just such a high skill cap player. Not to discount Flameztear, of course. I mean, Flameztear, one of the top performers on his country 3WC Grand Finals last year, or earlier this year, excuse me. So no stranger to this difficulty, of course, but just not quite getting the push that he needs to take down an opponent like Rudge on these maps. Just losing by some pretty small margins throughout this match. Alright, and it's going to be Hard Rock 2 out of Flameztear, so the first one to dive into the rest of the precision picks, which, as mentioned, are pretty risky when you are Flameztear versus Rudge. Just so strong, both these players, on this skill set. So we had a bit of more of an awkward aim map in No Mod 5. We're going to have a bit more of a flow aim map here in Hard Rock 2. This is Non-Breath Oblige, another very well-known map set. CS 6.5, so it's going to be the largest CS of the precision picks, since we have a CS 7 in DT. So we've actually got Rudge, the first one to break this time. As we get into the first ki here, a little bit of free combo here for Flameztear to build up a small lead. Still behind on accuracy, as has been the case on most of these maps. But the real test of this map is coming up in just a moment here, once we get into the first stream section. And here we go. Flameztear dropping a bit of accuracy right at the beginning there. Seems to have recovered that. Both players hitting that square. Flameztear's going to be the first one to drop. And it's going to be advantage over back to Rudge. The score is going to swing back and start increasing very quickly with this 2% accuracy, this 500 combo. And Flameztear with another break. Really not what he wanted to see there. As we get into the back half of this map, this could be Flameztear's last few moments in the tournament. Does find a couple more breaks. Rudge finally drops that large recovery combo. but it's 200k. I mean, last quarter of the map, Rudge would have to AFK or something for Flameztear to come back here. Does find another miss, but I don't think it's possible. One more stream section here. Oh, and a slider break out of Flameztear is going to be the nail in the coffin, unfortunately. Rudge does find a bit of a chain miss there, but Flameztear does not have the combo to capitalize on that. Just going to be playing out the rest of this map. But that's going to do it for this match. GG well played to both players. Congratulations to Flameztear, finishing at 3rd place. And some really, really close points across this match. I mean, Hard Rock 3 being decided by like a couple of 100s at the end from Flameztear. And you know, a lot of really close, like less than 50k, less than 100k maps. But congratulations to Rudge as well for moving on. Going to be playing against Jackpacks in Grand Finals on Monday. For that 1st place spot. Flameztear had an incredible run this tournament, only losing to the 2 players that are sitting in Grand Finals right now. It went down against Jackpacks in Winners Finals, and did beat Rudge in Winners Semis, I believe, or something like that. So this was actually a bit of a rematch for Rudge, taking that match back, tying up their set lead, or their sets record in this tournament 1-1. So well done from Rudge. But I mean, Flameztear can rest easy knowing that the only people able to beat him were the 1st and 2nd place finishers. Just overall, great effort from both players, and good luck to Rudge in the Grand Finals, where he will face against the only player who hasn't lost a single set in this tournament, Jackpacks, of course. That final boss waiting in the winner's bracket. Rudge is going to need to pull off 2 set victories to take down that 1st place. So that's going to be it for today. Next, the last match of the tournament will be Monday, 17 UTC, I believe. Let me double check that. Yeah, 17 UTC Monday. Bit of an odd time, but if you're able to show up for that, would appreciate it. The bracket reset will, if need be, bracket reset will be directly afterwards. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.